My Gavanen Melonin, and well met indeed. I am Archie Galadurthan, the head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on as the Adûnâim and our conquest of Eriador. In the last episode, the overriding feature of the episode was, of course, us crossing the Lune and heading north towards Thorin's halls with a very small army in a hope to disrupt Adûnâim. Our main army, however, stands before you. You will note that a small Dwarven force led by Durin, not reincarnated, just sharing his name, maybe in hopes that he would be, is attacking Adûnâim, but we managed to cut them off, and they retreated, and I pushed further forward, and now we fight them here on the slopes of southern Adûnâim, the Blue Mountains. Literally what Adûnâim means, if you are actually wondering. If you didn't know that already, we fight. Their army is small and should easily be defeated. We have lots of archers this time, as well as crossbows, giving us a nice, handy ability to absolutely shower the enemy in bolts, arrows, stones, javelins, you name it, we're throwing it. Get those two ready. Right, but I think what we are going to actually really want to do is press up there. The dwarves are likely to be in the middle, and they will probably just run away up to that hill, actually, so it doesn't make really any odds where we come at them from, but we might as well go up the hill. So don't fire at will. Don't fire at will, and I will only take the generals. Or you guys can go as long as you don't... as long as you do not get engaged in melee. Now, everything else... group up. Or at least take you up here, though, so that the AI doesn't start targeting you or something stupid. As expected, they're just in the middle there. We will run, because it doesn't take much to fire bows and arrows, and they'll be alright once they get there. Now, the army is 4 units strong. To Munzahar nobles. Guardians of Belegost, I want to say. Nogrod swords and Bronze Guard. Bronze Elder Guard, I think they might be called, actually. Are they Guardians of Belegost, or are they Azagald's Tomb Protectors? I can't remember which rounds the name go. I think those ones are Guardians of Belegost. They are rushing to the top of that steep hill, but I don't know if they're rushing to the top of that bit to try and cut us off, or... we'll find out. Speed it up. I didn't end the last episode at the start of this battle. I ended it before we actually even attacked them. So I just skipped out the bit where I selected my army and told them to attack the dwarves. They appear to be coming directly at us. So if we can... move over there. Pull yourselves back a bit. Anyone with a missile unit is able to now fire at will. Once you get in positions, unleash hell. Perfect. Oh, they are Guardians of Belegost. And they are flanking? Where the hell are they going? No, we've lost the bulk of them now. Oh, there we are. They're turning around. They're turning around. Crossbows. Go down till you can hit those Elder Guard. Oh, the Munzahar nobles are flanking around. I don't want melee units getting involved. Run over there, I don't care if you knacker yourselves. Get that general and kill the bugger. Crossbows, focus all of your fire on the enemy there. Right, 2 of you together should be able to stop that. Absolutely pepper those Nogrod swords. Good throw, good throw. Pull away. Archers, keep the fire up. We're hitting them from the side where their shields aren't, which is always good.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
What are the swords? Oh, they're still going. For our lines. Someone's going to have to charge them. Down to 77 now, though. Bronze Guard are taking losses too.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Get those javelins ready. Oh, the Adûnâim nobles aren't doing all that well. Although they are outnumbered, though, so you'd expect that. Javelins. In they go. Still haven't lost that many. They're so heavily armoured. I think the 3 crossbow units will deal with those Bronze Guard before they're a problem, though. Hopefully. Right, we're out of ranged options now. Try and draw them in. Try and draw them right in so the archers can get every arrow off. The archers are in a very bad position, but if I try and maneuver them now, we lose so much wasted arrow time. Just have to put up with it. They're not in that bad either. They are at least tiered like above one another. In fact, I don't actually think they are bad at all. They're as good as they're going to be, really. $52 of them now. Keep up the fire on them. You keep firing on those Bronze Guard. Archers are dropping them. The Bronze Guard are all dead.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
Oh, we've run out of arrows. Excellent. Well done, crossbowmen. Oh, perfect. Now the dwarves go down. The last 6 of them. We've ran them around the battlefield. Only our general should hopefully take losses here, and they can both replenish, of course. And the last dwarf goes down. Only the nobles stand ready. Oh, and they're actually doing all right. Right, we'll go with the crossbow tactic. We might kill a few of our own, but it'll be worth it in the long run. Come on, come on.
Very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
Right, now try not to kill our own, but get 1 or 2 volleys off, and they'll really start to think twice about attacking us. There we are. That should do. That should give our missed generals enough of a boost. Oh, you've been in defensive mode that whole time. Come on, come on! We've got our general right out in the middle as well. He could potentially go down. Nah, we're down to just 3. As fast as I can do it. But it is over, of course. Excellent victory. 2% plays the entire Dwarven army. This is how detailed this battle has had to have been to kill 4 units in order to minimise casualties. The general stands alone. Alright, little plan. I was manoeuvring. Casualty sustained. Crossbowmen somehow lost 14, killed by their... That's interesting. And only 3 of them were killed by us. So our Dwarven unit somehow got into one of those crossbow units, but I don't know which... We killed the entirety of the Guardians of Belegost. I don't know. Anyway, we lost 14 crossbowmen, which could have been averted. That is an image of the attack on Gondolin, of course, which will be very pertinent at the end of August when the standalone book, The Fall of Gondolin, is released to the public. But that is an artist's rendition of the Siege of Gondolin. You can tell that it's Gondolin and not Minas Tirith, of course, because, number one, big dramatic battle scenes like that are only really painted of Minas Tirith and Gondolin. And those are the only 2 cities that have large walls, although, of course, Minas Tirith does actually have a black lower wall, but the film depicts it with a white one.
Your orders, my lord.
But the presence of the Balrogs and the flaming drakes in the army is what gives it away. Well fought, men, well fought. You will note, of course, that in this little ship here is 4 extra units who are heading up to join with Imbrazor the Honourable in our little hopeful siege attempt of Thorin's Halls. Now, the main army under Adûnâim is going to press up and try and take Kalaskalainen, and we're going to pincer them from there. So the first stop on that road is Under Towers. But, of course, the Dwarves have Michael Delving, or Mitchell Delving, and they've got Hobbiton as well, and they've got Annuminas. But by taking Thorin's Halls and taking Kalaskalainen, it should hopefully funnel them west and mean they ignore coming through that path. Is at least my hope. It's a bold claim, but it's what we're going for. But I think now we're at an end turn, so we'll go ahead and do that. And we'll see what Ered Luin does in the wake of this loss. Grand loss. Oh, they're moving an army down. And so is Linden, apparently. Basradum is worthy for the taking, or in their eyes. Even though there's an army outside of it. But then, of course, it's difficult to know how much the AI actually uses its omnipresence. Oh, that's interesting. That is very interesting. Dunland have sent offers of an alliance. I'm currently allied to the Dominion Rising. Yeah, what do I care? I broke my house rule ages ago.
Another proposition for us, then? It's good to... There is something else you wish to propose, then, I must say.
Oh, they don't want military access even when I'm giving it as a gift. Get involved, Dunland! Get involved! Now, I'm doing that because, of course, I do plan to attack Isengard in the future. And at that point, Dunland will attack me as well. So there's no point... it doesn't matter that I'm allied to both of them. Oh, and Angmar have finally gone down. Bugger. Basradum's upgraded to a town. Some stuff has happened. We're allied to Dunland. Will they like us more? Lothlorien like me, Khazad-dûm like me, the Dúnedain like me.
Yes, my lord.
We can't really leave Captain Nar to go rummaging around our land. I will take an extra unit of defenders here, please, because... And can we get an armory, actually? Although, do we want to get an armory here, or do we... Undertowers doesn't get an armory, does it? No, let's get one in Basradum. Let's prepare Basradum to be a military defence. A military checkpoint. Oh, we can get recruitment training on those. Oh, those will be armour upgrades, though, actually, won't they? What are we making? About 4,000, that's not bad. Dolguzagar.
Set sail.
Leave your fleet up there. Imrazor the Honourable. Wait for the army. Yeah, that's what you're already doing. Return, my man, return. Hold yourself in this town for now.
Yes, my lord.
I suppose there's... Oh, look at the army of Mitchell Delving. Good God. The dwarves really are going to be the death of me, aren't they? Nothing I can do. There's just nothing I can do. Nowhere I can go. Everybody's got my blood on their hands. Oh, if they haven't, they bloody well want it. I'll tell you that for nothing. We're getting a conscription camp in Siduri though, which means we'll get more money in a minute, which is nice. It does give a huge boost to money. Yeah, doing okay. I know I've got to attack Captain Nar, but I just don't want to. The Dwarven armies are just bloody powerful. I'll tell you what, let's see what happens if we bypass him and move for Undertowers. Will he shadow us? Will he attack us? Or will he go through for Basradum? We'll find out. Another end turn then, I believe. Now, what we really desperately want, is Adûnâim and Misty Mountains to attack each other now that Angmar is gone. Because that will stretch Adûnâim. Misty Mountains are currently at war with Dol Guldur, correct? But they're very stalemated. In the late game, those two nations are fairly equally matched. Dol Guldur probably have it, really, but I think Dol Guldur have a couple of other enemies as well, so they're not fully focusing on Misty. Although I could be wrong. No, this wasn't a total war, was it? This was normal, so they should be at war with Dale. Oh, cool. Willish are repaired. I must confess, I didn't even know it needed to. The Dwarven army did pull back to Undertowers.
Yes, my lord.
With honor.
Oh, Christ.
I'll
Oh,
rip off your
Christ.
head and spit on your neck.
Their armies are unending.
My lord. Approaching quietly. Your orders.
If I were to attack Onar, the whole garrison will rise up, won't it? Yeah. I think we're going to have to do that, though, because if they all match up with Killy, it'll be huge losses. Oh, and Nar's not too bad. He's got some Orc Hunters and some Broad Beams, but otherwise it's not the best army. And those are just... The one that we're actually attacking is just siege equipment. There is Gibilgathol Hammer Guard, though, but we've got some elites, and we've got some... Yeah, we're going to do it.
We attack!
Those two, remember, are coming in as well, so we'll be able to take out the Ballaster entirely on his own. I should imagine that's probably an indication or an image of Morgoth, the black enemy, because of the 3 shining jewels on his head. But they could be imitation jewels, you just never know, do you? Now, his reinforcements, of course, are coming from behind. They will just rush us, they'll just attack us. Because we're going to, of course, kill their ally, and so the AI then just immediately goes out for you. As gung-ho as it can. Gun-ho, sorry, there's no G on that word, but I repeatedly say gung. I think just straight down the middle is probably our best bet, actually. Now, we need someone to go and neutralise the Ballaster crews. Again, in an attempt to not needlessly lose troops, we'll send in the general. But also, under that same vein, we will move everyone out of the Ballaster's range and then move them into position. Once we know we've engaged the thing.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Go for it. Right, while they're moving, that'll keep the Ballaster crews busy. Don't run away, please. Ideally, of course, we want to ensure that the crossbows get all of their bolts off, but that's just in practicality not normally
like
possible.
This, we will smash the enemy.
I'm gonna have to take the Narduzagar in the main line as well, but we'll see where the enemy dwarves actually come at us from. Now the main army, of course, is coming in from that left-hand side to get those guys there. Don't bother running; you've got plenty of time. And these are going to smash these Ballaster.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Speed her up.
Good tidings. The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them
There we are.
down.
That's the Ballaster crews. Oh, hold on. The main army is this one. Oh, bugger. Oh, that's better, actually, because then we can't be as flanked as easily with only 2 units. Right, generals, you're going to form the right flank. So come out of that thin formation I had you in. And form that right flank. I think the line might need to come a bit closer. If I'm honest. Corsairs, I'm going to just send you round. They've got archers, remember, so we do need some units prepared to flank. They're firing off. So it begins. Who's coming in first? Shield bearers, Nogrod swords. We've got labourers out on that flank. Orc hunters are down the middle. Ah, so the 2 ranged units are in the middle. Orc hunters there, they're axe throwers, and broadbeam wardens are actual archers. But then they're dwarven archers, so well, 5 missiles, good. I mean, they're nothing to scoff at. We should be wary and prepared. Let's just see how they take to us. Hopefully, again, we can try and deal with many of them as possible before the reinforcing army arrives. They're breaking off into strange formations. Right. We don't want you guys main battle line, so pull out. Pause the game. Who have we got charging us over there? Nogrod swords. Excellent. You guys can hit them. Make sure you're running. You guys can flank and support them. Broadbeam's just going to shoot. Oh, they've got Adûnâim scouts as well. Oh, so they've got 2 units of archers. Orc hunters are sitting back. The main army is moving in on those. Run yourselves there. You guys run yourselves there.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
You guys move over to prepare. You do the same, actually. Ah, they're just going to walk over, that's fine. Oh, the shield bearers are already running. And what's happening here? Their army is defecting. Abandoning their orders. You guys go in there. You're hitting those labourers. They'll go down quickly. Alright, the enemy's coming. The enemy's coming. I want you on the Gabilgathal Guard.
Only half the enemy force remains.
How are we doing? Oh, they've curled back. Excellent. Get the generals out. You're going on. There's wardens, and there's some shield bearers who are coming at you as well, but you'll be able to handle them. Any danger? Any danger at all? Some javelins at these people that are walking directly at you? They're routing. Ah, that's our horde, isn't it? I forgot we have a Haradrim one. There appears to be an awful lot of routing, in fact. This is over. This is over with, at the minute, very, very few losses.
Behold how our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
Pretty much everyone's running away.
Our men have captured the enemy general. The enemy are badly bloodied.
Now we just need
They
to
have
support
lost
these
half their
savages.
men. Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead.
Swamp them utterly. Brilliant. Well done. Well done. 6%, 96%. Oh, I told you you shouldn't fire at will. Oh, had I not had you set to fire? Oh, I don't know. 141 we lost. 141. I still feel that's not that great. I don't know though. I think that's all right for the number that we killed. A large 141. 51 of them were savages, and the savages, as many people have pointed out on the YouTube comments, the savages are very good against the dwarves because of their armor piercing, but they will die. This is the problem with early game flank or strike infantry, which actually DaC, having going through these overviews, DaC has so many early game strike infantry and not very many late game. But certainly in the early game, the strike infantry has the benefit of being incredibly aggressive. But when it comes up against an elite unit like Gabilgathal Guard, it just cannot survive. It dies so easily. So you have that annoying problem of you do a lot of damage, but you don't survive very well. Now I'm not interested in going into Undertowers at the moment, and if anything, if that army could go in there, that would be stellar. That would be perfect. And I think you're also all correct in your suggestions that I should perhaps now be thinking of getting some siege out. I find myself in full agreement. Ah, Dolvorn, can you train savages? Yes, you can. Because there's 64 of them there who'd love to be retrained. The army here is growing quite nicely. Once that Great Hall builds as well, we get an extra unit of free upkeep, and we get a... Oh, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Adûnâim, Adûnâim. They're still only at war with me, but they're really trespassing, Dunland. Look how much they're trespassing. Deal with them, friends.
Ships ready.
Only one more turn and our fleet is ready. I don't know if I should sail.
Set sail.
1, 2, 3 turns it would take to get up there from where I am. But we'd have to stop there to pick up the army.
Full sails.
It takes 3 turns to walk as well. I think, to be honest, it probably is going to be easier to sail. Although that army looks like it's coming out for us, doesn't
I'm
it?
only here to fight.
So no, we'll walk. We will walk.
Ready. We can go no
So that we can
further.
meet Ori halfway and kill him. If he's any part of the garrison of Thorin's Halls, then they're shooting themselves in the foot big time.
Approaching quietly, my lord.
See if you can't just keep track on that northern path there. You're watching out for Mitchell Delving. Core Willershine. I could do. I don't want to just throw more troops at the game at the moment. I want to use some of the money that we're gaining just to build up a bit more economy. What does the Dark Shrine give? Culture increase. We could get a militia armory there, but then we're not worried about Dunland at the moment. We will be in time, but we need no. I've just said we need economy, and then I'm thinking, oh, but we could get this. That mine isn't really worth it. 6,480 gold coins. Income is 240. So that's 10, roughly 30 turns to pay itself back. 2,400 times 3, 7,200, which is exactly how much it costs actually, but it's been reduced. So it's a little under 30 turns to pay itself back. That's a lot, isn't it? That is a lot. That's a seventh of the time we've played so far. I'm thinking something like communal farming is going to be better, but because the cost is 3 times less. I think we'll wait. We'll wait and see how much money we've actually got in a turn. Places like Dolvorn are a large town. They've got far more potential to make money. Where's our diplomat as well, actually? Let's
Yes, my lord.
let's start reaching out.
What is it you wish to discuss?
Oh, we've already got trade routes with
Until
them.
we
I
meet
want
again.
to head down here and start getting trade routes with nations
Yes,
further afield.
tomorrow's journey
Particularly
planned out.
nations that border the sea, so that we can make use of
Stopping
the
here.
I don't know why I'm moving the diplomat. I always cheat my diplomats around. People really don't like it. I had another comment the other day of someone moaning about me cheating diplomats around. Move. Character. What is your name, actually, diplomat man? Zagarakor. Zagarakor. 249. 188. Belfless. There he is.
Your orders.
Who owns this?
I shall
Oh,
continue
Dwarven still do.
tomorrow, my lord.
Oh, but Mordor and Isengard are at war, aren't they? Of course, of course, of course. Let's have a little look at the Misty Mountains, actually. They're at war with Adûnâim, Erebor, Khazad-dûm, Imladris, Lothlorien, and the Woodland Realm. And the Shadow of Mirkwood. Bloody everyone. Mirkwood at war with Dale, Dorwinion, Erebor, Woodland Realm, Misty Mountains, me, apparently. Oh, of course, I had to do that to get them to actually go to war, didn't I? So, Misty Mountains are very unlikely to attack Adûnâim, but Adûnâim might go for Dunland. Anyway, well, this is all conjecture. End the turn. If we are not attacked, this will be the final turn. If we are attacked, then I will save it at the attack point, and that will end. They did move into Under Towers. You morons. They've split their army. Some of it's now in Under Towers, some is standing outside. I really want to get to Karaskalainen. I want to make a bit more headway. But we do need to hold. That's the difference. Winning these battles but not holding the region is kind of a loss. You might be able to get some money from raiding. You might kill some troops. But you're up against a powerhouse who will be able to pull far more troops back very quickly. So any troop losses are inconsequential. You need to take land from them to cut out their money. Stop them being able to recruit, to do things.
Yes.
Oh, Forlorn doesn't like us very much.
Mighty host. Ships ready.
Your orders, my lord.
Orders.
No, if it's not rebelling, it's fine.
We shall
Off you go.
continue tomorrow.
Now, Under Towers. Of course,
Your
if I
orders,
besiege
my
the city, he'll attack me.
Rip off your head
If I attack him,
and spit on
the
your neck.
army in the town will join him. They've got an elite
I'm
army
only
this
here to
time.
fight thee, you go.
Although those ones aren't really elite, are they? They've got catapult and ballista though, which we do need to shut down. Don't have any cavalry. Shutting down catapults and ballistae is not beyond us. Oh, Captain Frore is coming. We've got a militia armory here though, and our faction leader at the moment. I don't have any troops I can send. You're coming back.
As you wish.
Oh, Dunland, you're letting Adûnâim walk through your lands. Let's have a look at the rest of the world before we do end the turn. Just take a cheating look at Adûnâim. Oh, God. Yeah, no. Someone said that fighting Adûnâim is going to be the death of me. And looking at their now vast empire, I find myself in full agreement. Full, unbridled agreement. The Northern Adûnâim have 2 provinces left, Fenestrûnin and Fornostrine. Fenestrûnin. Dunland have nothing, Isengard are supreme, and Adûnâim. Look at the armies that are coming for us.
I look forward to fighting.
And they have no other enemy. Literally, I am their only enemy. The only way that we could be able to achieve peace with them now is to exactly that, achieve peace. Taking Thorinthors is going to do jack all. They have the vast might of the north behind them. With no threats. There's just no threats. I need someone to attack them. I need someone to go to war with them. Bugger. In a word. Bugger. Isengard. They have military access. Excellent. Right, well, that is where I'm going to end today's episode. Over in the east, it doesn't matter what's happening in the east. Our death will come soon. And swift it will be. But we shall see. Well, we will see what we can... Well, I don't know. We're going to lose, aren't we? Anywho, for now, that is going to be all. So thank you very much for watching. Indeed you have. And until we speak again, dear friends, Navar na den Perimad Melunin. And farewell.